everyone, welcome to my first video blog for the Walking Dead Senior Seminar. This week I had to read the first chapter in Robert Kirkman's graphic novel, The Walking Dead, on which the AMC show is based. There's a lot going on in this first chapter. We're introduced to Rick, who seems to be the protagonist. He's a cop who's just woken up from a coma and is understandably confused as why there are zombies there. As far as zombie narratives go, I thought this was an interesting place to start in that it doesn't start from the beginning. We're just dropped in the middle of the action. We're not given any clues as to why there are zombies everywhere, what happened to the entire population, and what's going on with the government, etc., etc. And normally we'd start from the beginning and get all this, but in a sense we are like Rick. He has no backstory, no back information, and neither do we. So we're learning about what happened at the same rate that he did. So to fast forward, Rick travels to Atlanta. The government has told everyone to go there, so he assumes that his wife Lori and that his son Carl have gone to the city. He gets there and he is attacked by zombies because, fun fact, if you go to the metropolis, it is a zombie feeding ground. So everybody that went is now a zombie, or was zombie chow. But fortunately for him, Lori and Carl did not make it into the city, and they, with a band of a few other people, have survived. So he finds them, and all is well and good in the context of a post-apocalyptic world. There's an interesting dynamic going on because his friend Shane is there, and there's a bit of a power struggle going on. Rick seems to be the level-headed person, and while Shane seems to have stepped up and become the leader, he's also very inflexible to any of Rick's suggestions. One being that they should move farther away from the city because they are getting attacked by zombies. Shane says, we should stay and the government's going to find us, but again, there's no indication of what's going on with the government. Also, it's snowing, and Rick suggests that they should go somewhere warmer, and Shane doesn't want to do that, again, because they want to be close to the city in case the government comes. So, it seems that Shane's inflexibility comes from his pining over Rick's wife, which is pretty uncool. There's an indication that they had some sort of affair before they had gotten to Atlanta. So I'm hoping that they'll hash that out in the next chapter and we'll find more out about it. There's also a theme of doing pretty much anything for survival. In the case of Lori and Shane, perhaps, there's also emotional survival, so that's why she would have possibly had an affair with him. And there's also the instance of Carl shooting Shane and killing him. Carl's like 7 in the chapter they mention, and under normal circumstances, a first grader would not be shooting people. But in this new world, that has become the norm. So yeah, so these were my impressions of the first chapter, and I appreciate you watching. Stick around till next week, and I'll discuss chapter 2.